Hello, how are you doing today? This video right here is to address the folks working on X-Men Apocalypse, and I'd like to know why you have ignored me this whole time. Whether you be a producer or writer or director or actor, you've ignored me this whole time. None of you will condescend. And the unfortunate part about that is you guys have been gifted with a movie that will make much less revenue than you would have had you listened. You'll make a lot less money. Maybe about 1/10 of what I give to you. The unfortunate thing is that every last one of you seems not to believe I can do what I say I can do. Father Adam can't do what he says he can do. The Archangel, and by the way, my intelligence is such that I can cause you, not magically, but logically, to have no doubt that I am who I say I am. When it comes to crunch time where you think, well, this guy says he's the Archangel Michael. Well, that's Adam, by the way. The angel that owns all angels because he's most qualified. He's the oldest, he's the Ancient of Days. That was my life, by the way. And there will come a time when you know it for certain, and that the whole planet's going to know it, as well as the fact that Jesus is the Christ. Jesus is coming back in the next few decades, and it's time to kick off the events that lead to the apocalypse. It's time to do that, and they all start with me, because I can erase your doubt that I was Adam. I can erase your doubt that I was Adam. Let me say it again. I can erase your doubt that I was Adam, the first man. And Sabanara is the first one, isn't he? And unfortunately, I cannot get you guys at Marvel, Fox Studios, to listen to me. And it's troubling to me. Because I've been here this whole time thinking, hey, look, these guys, I hope they'll get smart and listen and reach out, because I have reached out, whether it be by letter or Twitter. By the way, I do crucify, and I have crucified a few of you on Twitter because you have been unresponsive, but what else am I supposed to do? For some reason, you guys think that your lives and everything in the world that surrounds you is more important than fixing it. And who's going to fix the world? No one's going to fix the world unless they have the knowledge to, and no one has that knowledge except for me that would actually act on it. And you guys might think that's crazy, and that's fine. You can think it crazy. The reality is, if I get a million or $2, I will fix the world. That's all I need to get started. The whole point is that people fix the world by being educated, and the system that I plan to put out there is going to be good enough to do that. So I've been troubled that I have not been able to reach one X-Men. I have not been able to reach one writer, not one director. They all seem to laugh at me and think this guy's a nut job. Well, guess what's happening next is I'm going to erase your doubt that I am who I say I am, because everyone's going to know that Adam was also Abraham, that Adam was also Elijah, that Adam was also John the Baptist, and a handful of other people well known throughout history. I've had 20 lives on this planet, and about 15 of them I stood out. Around 12 to 15 I stood out. Anyways, I'm waiting for you to be responsive. Why is it that you think that I can't do what I say I can do? If I make a promise, I need to keep my promise, and I make calculated promises. So when I said that I could bring your production $5.6 billion, that's a promise, as long as you do your part, obviously, and I will inspire you until you do your part, and I would have inspired you if you would do your part, but the problem is that no one seemed to listen, and no one seemed to want to care that I reached out to at Fox Studios. By the way, tomorrow I'm still going to be the first one. In a week I'm still going to be the first one. The reality is you're building a production that can't stand the test of time if you want Murmur to play Apocalypse. Murmur is what you do when you listen to God's truth, you hear it, you know it's true, and you don't do anything. You murmur. That's the end result. And so you guys have elected and voted for Murmur to play Apocalypse, but Murmur has not revealed much in his entire life.